Hi, are you having trouble making good contact on the golf course? You're hitting fat and thin shots, causing you all sorts of headaches and pain and anger out there and really destroying your golf scores. Well, hang around because I'm about to give you the reasons why that's possibly happening and some solutions to that problem. So hang around. G'day sports fans, if this is the first time we're meeting, my name's Paul Williamson. I'm a PGA member based here at Burleigh West Golf Driving Range on the Gold Coast, and I'm here today to help you to understand why you are possibly not making that great contact on the golf course like you maybe do when you come down here to the range, and you're a bit confused and it's frustrating, and you're sick of hitting these fat shots from 30 metres out in front of the green, trying to hit close to your pin to make a birdie or a par. And then on the very next hole you go, oh no, I'd keep my head down, and then you catch it fat and flum it, and you're having all sorts of trouble with your contact. But then you come to the range and you go and practice, and all of a sudden you get great contact every time. It gets really frustrating. Well, there's some good reasons for that, and it's not all just in your head. It could possibly be what you're doing when you're training, when you come here to the driving range. So there's a few things to think about. Number one, when you come to a driving range, the thing is a driving range is set up easier than a golf course. They're flat lies, you get the same lie every time, and a lot of the time I sit here and watch people all day long hitting the same club all the time because they've been having trouble with their 7-irons. They hit 7-irons, and by the end of 100 7-irons off a dead flat lie that never changes, they feel great. They're going really good. They're actually hitting the ball really well and they're really confident, but they get on the golf course and then like 4 holes in, they've duffed every iron shot or they've thinned them all, because the thing is, a golf course is not flat. A golf course is actually a place that's designed to not be easy. The architects, either by design or by default or by accident, end up having a golf course that's slopes all over the place. You've got uphill, downhill, you've got side hill, you've got every hill you can imagine. You've got all sorts of different lies. You get different length of grass, you're hitting off dirt, you're hitting off sometimes cart paths, you're hitting off all sorts of different things when you play golf with someone like me. So the thing is, practicing here hitting 100 balls off of one lie is easy, and your brain starts to get this false sense of confidence on it. What you've actually got to do is you've got to try and change that up a little bit. You've got to try, if your driving range will allow you to do it, hit from uphill lies, downhill lies, and see how things change. I'll guarantee you the thing that'll change will be that point where you first hit the ground. Even a robot swinging exactly the same way, Iron Byron, the golf club swinging robot, swinging exactly the same way every time. If he's put on an upslope and a downslope, he's going to hit the ground in different spots. So if that's a robot doing that, then of course it's going to happen with us. So what our goal should be on the golf course is to be adaptable to that. There are no fixed ball positions. Where you hit the ground on that lie with that club that you've got in your hand, well, that's where you need your ball position to be on that shot. That problem in front of you, that shot, that's the one that you need to be looking at to go, right, how am I going to make good contact on this shot? So you go, yeah, great, Paul. Okay, how am I going to do that? Well, that's the next step. So the next step is to use your practice swings in a much better way. So when you're out on the course tomorrow or the next time you're out there, you go along and you think, right, what shot am I going to hit here? You've picked your target, you've read the shot, you've kind of gone, right, I think it's going to be this club. I think I need to aim at this target. And now the next part is, okay, what technique do I need to use? Now that's set up. So that might be things like, oh, I'm going to use a half swing, I'm going to aim a little bit left and try and hit a fade, but a big part of it is, where does my ball position need to be? So how do you work that out? Well, take some practice swings on a lie as close as you can get with the club you're about to use. If you do that, you'll see where you hit the ground, and it may not be where your 7-iron was when you're at the range hitting off that dead flat lie. It might be forward, it might be backwards, it might be further away from you, it might be closer to you. That's not a problem as long as you adjust for that, adapt to that in your setup. So say you're on a big upslope, you take a few practice swings, you notice that you hit the ground way up by your front foot, for example. Guess where you need to put your ball position on that shot? Up by your front foot. You do that, you'll find you'll start to make contact a hell of a lot more consistently. You'll actually then be able to allow for that a lot better, and you'll find that your number of good contact shots in a round will go up. You'll hit less fat shots, you'll hit less thin shots, and it's all because you took a practice swing knowing that, hey, my ball position can be quite variable depending upon that lie that I've got. So when you go out on the golf course, make sure that part of your planning part of the shot is you take a practice swing before each shot on the lie you've got with the club you've chosen, and you're working out how you need to adjust your ball position. You just have a good look at where you first hit the ground, do your best to set up with the ball there on that shot, and you watch what happens to your contact. I can almost guarantee you that out of 100 balls, your contact is going to improve out of sight. The beauty of that is when you start making better contact, you're going to judge distance better. You're going to have a reasonable, repeatable type of contact that's going to fly the ball in a similar way each time, and then you can start changing clubs to get different distances or make bigger or smaller swings. But it all starts with contact. So if you're having trouble taking your... So if you enjoyed that, if that helps you, if you have a mate that you know is having this problem, send them this video, see if it helps them. It's something that I've used with so many Pro-Am partners over so many years that without changing anything in their golf swing, all I get them to do is to have a look where they're actually hitting the ground on that lie right in front of them. And when they put the ball there, all of a sudden great contact comes and confidence lifts massively without even doing any more practice at all. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe for any of my upcoming videos. I'm planning on doing quite a few more. And by all means, have a look at some of these other ones, which are ones I've done in the past, with regard to technique and ways that you can get better without even practicing anymore. So that's all from me. We'll see you next time. Thank you.